In example 1 of the 9D videos, we're going to take a look at some parabolas and we're going to name their parts specifically. So for this first one, the vertex, which is the low point of the graph, right here, the ordered pair is -1, -9. So we're going to write parentheses, -1, -9. Remember to put your parentheses around your ordered pair. The axis of symmetry is the vertical line that goes through, I'll dot it here, that goes all the way through the vertex, which is that bottom point. And it's a vertical line, so remember the acronym that we used, VOX. So V stands for vertical, and when I have a vertical line, the equation is going to be x equal to. So this is going to be x equal to the x value of the vertex, which is -1. You see it's going through -1. Concavity, it's open up. The x-intercepts, the places where it crosses the x-axis, would be at 2, 0. And looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, -4, 0. So this one has 2 x-intercepts. The domain goes from the left to the right and is all real numbers. And the range in this case starts at -9 and goes up. So we say that y is greater than or equal to -9. B, the vertex on this one is 2, 1. The axis of symmetry going through the vertex would be the vertical line, x is equal to 2. Again, the x value of the vertex. Again, it's concave up. There are no x-intercepts. The graph does not cross the x-axis, so we'll say that there's none. The domain will be all real numbers. And again, the y value starts here at 1 and goes up. So we say that y is greater than or equal to 1. We'll pick up and do example C in class, so you'll have an opportunity to ask questions when we do it. So now we're going to look at an equation, and from the equation, try to graph our parabola. So here we are again in standard form, x squared plus bx plus c. So we'll just step it through with a particular equation here, x squared minus 6x plus 5. So for this, a is the coefficient of x squared, so a is 1. B is the coefficient of x, so b is -6. And c is equal to 5. Now the axis of symmetry, we can use this formula that x is equal to -b over 2a. So this is our vertical line, and this is what it's going to be equal to. So for this particular example, we'll say that x is equal to the opposite of b. It's really opposite. And the opposite of b is going to be +6 over 2 times a. So 2 times 1 is 2. So x is equal to 3. So we know that our axis of symmetry is going to go through 3. So I'm just going to dot that line right here. We can put the axis of symmetry in first. Now we want to find 3 points and plot them on our graph. First, we're going to find the vertex, which, because it's on, the x-axis goes through our vertex, it will be using the x value from this vertex, which is 3. So I'm going to calculate what f of 3 is and plug that in to my equation right there. So x squared would be 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 5. So that's going to be 9 minus 18 plus 5. So 9 minus 18 is -9. -9 plus 5 is -4. So f of 3 is equal to -4. And our vertex then has the ordered pair. X is 3. Y is -4. So we can plot that on our graph. 3, -4. The y-intercept then is going to be the place where it crosses the y-axis. So x is actually going to be equal to, x is equal to 0, and we'll have to figure out how far up or down to go. So if x is 0, we're going to figure out what f of 0 is and plug it in again to our equation. So that's going to be 0 squared minus 6 times 0 plus 5, which is 5. So f of 0 is 5, and I have the point 0, 5, and we'll plot that on our graph. So 0, 5, right here. Another point, so choose any x value close to the vertex. So that means we might choose a 2, probably the smaller the easier. So let's figure out what f of 2 is. So that's going to be 2 squared minus 6 times 2 plus 5. Again, plugging it in right back up here. So that's going to be 4 minus 12 plus 5. So 9 minus 12 is going to be negative 3. So I'm getting the point 2, negative 3, which will be right here. So, which is right here. So 2, negative 3. Now it says use the line of symmetry to reflect each of these 3 points. So the axis of symmetry divides the parabola into equal parts. So if it's 3 this to the left, we're also going to have a point 3 to the right. If I have a point 1 to the left, I'm going to have a point 1 to the right. So I'm going to add those points in and then draw my parabola in, crossing through them. So we'll start up in the next video and do some examples.